All right, here he is.
My beef with middle-class black people in this academic setting was that they was bootstrappers and that they was always already trying to authenticity test black people based off of W.E.B. Du Bois' Times of 10th bullshit. And I went with it. You feel me? It literally would make it where in order for me to be seen as a good student, I had to not dress like a nigga from the hood, not spec a nigga from the hood. And it was like, y'all, I ain't like it. And it was literally like, you are pushing eugenics. You believe that because I can come from the hood, that means that everybody from the hood should be able to come to the University of Oklahoma. You are dumb. That's not how accessibility works. That's not how you are using a tokenized example, and you're using that tokenized example to universalize it. That's not how reality works. And you're using it in a way where you get to weaponize my success against the rest of my community. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? I just go off. It's just like, think about it now. But now I can see that there's a multiplicity in blackness and black people, and we all get lost in the sauce of white supremacy. May it be race, may it be gender, may it be class, may it be ability or sexuality. And at that time, I was coming to grips with how class and respectability politics uniquely causes fissures in the black community. And I realized then about why I was taught that Malcolm X was a bad nigga and taught that Martin Luther King was a good nigga. I was taught it through a paradigm of respectability politics from a Southern-centric idea that say, hey, this is the acceptable way. This is the unacceptable way. And I recognized that I was Malcolm X at the expense of these niggas being Martin Luther King too much in college. So it made it where I was going off, just mad. You feel me? Like, you mother, you and then seeing how it happened, man. You go be a part of Divine Nine, you start to orient yourself, and that's how I felt then. Now, no disrespect to Divine Nine now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know y'all niggas coming at me, you know what I mean? But then it's like, hey, listen.
A lot of them.
You make this about community outreach. You orient yourself towards the community as charity. You literally write in charity. I'm going to argue that you defining who you helping as being charity, it already creates a superiority complex. You can't liberate someone if you're giving them charity. You are, in order for you to keep on giving charity, they got to stay in that position, or you're not giving them charity then. So it's literally made it where there was a lot of different things that I was just being very critical about in terms of Divine Nine and how they would use it. Your mom and daddy was an AKA and an Alpha. My mom and my daddy was Crips and drug dealers. So it really made it where we come from different places. And it made it where it was just a lot of beef. Even when we had issues on campus. I want to respond to racism this way. They want to respond to racism this way. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like in grad school, I learned about the leadership differences between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and really recognized how we brought up and the experiences that we have of racism a lot of times shapes how we define racism and shapes how we want to resist it. And I recognize that because my mom and my dad was in jail, you feel me? Both my parents was locked up when I was in college. You know what I'm saying? Both of them, I'm seeing them like both of them in jail. You feel me? My mama right now about to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? About to do 6 years. You feel me? Like right now. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, nigga. So it's like, this is my life. This is what I've been going through my whole life.
How do you feel about that?
I'm going therapy about it. I think that I think that I've tricked myself at many different instances to just accept it. Like 2 + 2 is 4, dogs bark, and my mom and my daddy like this. Now I realize how much it impact how I love my wife and how I care for my kids. So I'm being more open about it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm dealing with it. I'm being real. I'm dealing with it. I'm 32 years old and shit. Mom looking at some jail time. I'm gonna be on a run. But it's been my life, though. I mean, real with you. Like, I ain't looking for no pity or nothing like that, but it's my life. The reason why I speak with so much passion and conviction for the shit I've been through. You know what I'm saying?
You've been locked up?
I've been in jail one time, and I was in county for like a few hours. I wasn't counting as being in jail, and I was able to beat my case. You know what I'm saying? But my family members, my whole reality is shaped by the prison industrial complex.
In what way?
As in, when I first came out the womb, my dad was already going in and out of jail. My life, I'm 32 years old. I can think about every one of my relationships, like familiar relationships, how they've been impacted by incarceration or how they're to this day impacted by incarceration. When I was a freshman in college, my dad got busted. You feel me? And shit, he was the one that was the bank provider how I was going to school. Whatever my scholarship didn't cover, shit, he covered. You know what I'm saying? When he got busted at the time, Oklahoma, the state I'm in, supposed to be one of the strictest states in the country for marijuana. A white boy get busted with more cash and more money than my dad did, and he was in Texas. His white boy had nothing happen to him, really. You feel me? My dad got a 15-year police sentence. You feel me? I'm seeing both sides. My daddy a drug dealer, my mama a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? So it's like shit. This what I'm getting to see. My daddy now on parole, doing good. You feel me? Got his own trucking business and doing his thing. My mama still, you know what I'm saying? Shit, trying to fight. You know what I'm saying? Shit, trying to get together. But it's like, you know what I mean? The reason why I am the way I am is because what I've experienced and what I continue to experience, and I've been just blessed with the ability to take on theory and academia and philosophy to be able to express myself and to be able to connect to other people. But like you know what I'm saying? We living life out here, man. Shit, like we out here, bro. There's like this. It's a lot of people that depend on me. You know what I'm saying? Materially and symbolically, and it's just like this how I've been living my life, man.
I mean, you remind me of how, in a lot of ways, Black people feel like life happens to us, right? And like the tide keeps rolling in and affecting us. I just lost my job. Well, I got stopped by the police on the way to work. That made me late. So I lost my job. So now I'm back at the welfare. Now I had to do a little thing to make sure I had, enough money for the baby. Then I got arrested. And it's like, God damn.
But you don't see it as that. You just see it like, man, shit happens. I got to deal with it. It's really how you see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, my parents been going in and out of jail so long, or you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like my life has in many instances been like so like stereotypically ghetto. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit. I speak to it, you know what I mean? And I just do it in a way where I usually don't tell people that, you know what I'm saying, about this in my life. You know what I mean? If it comes out, it comes out. But I feel like the reason I'm able to move how I move is because how I relate to people. And I think that I'm able to relate to everybody because, like, man, my best friend that was the best man in my wedding, nigga doing a 15-year sentence right now. I talked to him for the first time on the phone 2 days ago. And he in jail for some shit that I hate, embarrassed about, like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, but this nigga I grew up with, this my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm 32. He about to turn 32 on February 10th. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this my brother. You feel me? But this why, man, this my life, man. Like, shit. I ain't grow up middle class. That's the reason why I had so much beef against middle class niggas, because it was like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Have you released some of that beef?
Oh yeah, definitely. Now I have much more of a respect and much more of a benefit of the doubt for the ways in which Black people are racist, homophobic, sexist, and ableist to each other. And I recognize that sometimes we do it out of indoctrination and out of our own sense of humanity. I.e., if I can prove I can dominate that disabled person or that trans woman or that this, I can prove I'm a real man. And I recognize that sometimes we have the idea. So I don't take it as personal, and I don't try to hold it against a person, because I know, like me right now, when I was younger, I was probably, you feel me, I said dumb shit and did dumb shit, but I've learned now. So I want to give people grace, the same grace that I got. So I don't hold it against people as much as I used to.
My father is not with us anymore, but it does cross my mind occasionally, even now, of like, what if I was one of those people who was like, yeah, my dad is locked up, right? And mom, dad, emotionally, similar, although maybe mom harder to deal with because it's a woman, because it's mama. It makes just the hypothetical of like just thinking like, damn, my dad is an orange and he's in fucking prison and dealing with that bullshit. Like that would be very hard. That's very hard for me just thinking about hypothetically.
You think about it like that. I think about it like this. What if I didn't have no relationship with my dad at all? Like I've been thinking about like, damn, how much, even though my pops has been in and out of jail most of my life, how much have me having a relationship with him has impacted the person I am today? I got a lot of homeboys like, George Lee, you lucky you got a daddy, nigga. You know who your daddy is, nigga. You can talk to your daddy. And I think about the hypothetical. Like, what if I didn't know who my daddy was? What if I was walking through the streets in the hood and I see a nigga and be like, I wonder if he my daddy?
But yes. But talk to me emotionally about. I don't want to talk about emotions. I'm playing about mom going away and what that's going to do to you emotionally.
To be real with you, it's a lot to the package, man. I'm being real. My mom on drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't. She's comfortable with me talking about this publicly, her being on drugs, but her being addiction, her being, you know what I'm saying, addiction, having addiction to drugs impacts a lot of her incarceration and how I'm going to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, my mama a drug addict, so she don't really think about me and my kids or my sisters and her kids. She's thinking about, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. Sadly, my mama not going to think about me and my sisters until she in jail asking for some money and wanting us to come see her. So for me right now, I'm working through the resentment of like, damn, my mama found it more valuable to be around people that she's smoking and running the streets with than she is about me, my kids, my sister, my niece, and my nephew. So I'm still working through how I understand myself and how I value myself, and recognizing that some of my value gets how I think my mother, the person that birthed me, value me. And sometimes it's hard. My mom ain't called me and told me, shit, congratulations for getting nominated for NAACP Image Awards. I was supposed to go to court in February, you feel me? And shit, I forgotten. Well, my mama must be mad at me right now or some shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm working through it. I'm being real. I'm working through it. You know what I'm saying? That's my ADHD oversharing a little bit. But yeah, I'm working through it. I'm being real. Emotionally, I'm still working through it. And right now, I'm more thinking about how my kids want to talk about their grandma. I'm 32. I didn't pretty much accept who my mom is and what she about. You know what I'm saying? My 5 and 6-year-old don't know that. When they go to school, when they see the other kids talking about their grandparents, shit, you don't got them grandparents like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what more hurt my feelings and more emotionally made me feel some type of way. But in terms of me and my mama, me son, it's like, man, I'm still working on it. I'm still dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Time will tell. The verdict ain't out yet. You know what I mean?